Ciao a tutti, ciao Columbia, siamo così felici. Buenos días, muy gracias. Un saludos muy especial a los duques Harry y la duquesa Meghan de Sussex. I am the vice president of country Colombia in South America. To my right is my very mm, guapo husband. We would like to welcome Duchesse y Duquesa. Seal clap. Vice President Francesca Marquez inviting the Duchesse and the Duke to Colombia. Impressed by the Netflix series, empowered by the story. Now, I would like to invite Duquesa Meghan to speak to the people of Colombia. She has prepared a beautiful speech in Spanish. Let's all hear it. For Colombian people, let's all hear it. For Duquesa Meghan. Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. Hello, wonderful people of Colombia. I don't know if you have noticed, I am wearing not a pajama, an outfit by Veronica Beard. I have prepared all my outfits long ago before the invitation from the vice president came through. I wanted to be ready to come to this beautiful country, which is so close to the other beautiful country I once lived and worked in, Argentina. Evita, eres aquí. Evita, eres a casa. I keep forgetting we are in Colombia. Yes, Evita is from Argentina. Oopsie doopsie, my confusion is all over the world in so many countries. I cannot keep track of everything. There's so much going on in my head. There's so much going on through every part of my being. I am so moved here in Colombia. I am ready to show the world my fluency in Espanol. Here's my speech to all of you. Give me one moment while I do some voice relaxation to be able to give you the best speech in Espanol, which is Spanish, for those who do not speak Spanish as I do. Manala davaza menele deveze minili divisi monolodovozo monoludovozo. This is a tool of acting I have learned I must do every time before I do public speaking, so I can come to you with the best diction I possibly can. I had to write down my speech. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be absolutely perfect. Oops, excuse my cleavage. I was not aware we were going to go to an engagement going to take place in a school with children. I was not informed. I am the last one to be informed, even though I am the principal character on this royal tour. Prince Harry, as you see, does not sit next to the vice president. I sit next to the vice president of Colombia. Then her husband, ooh, muy guapo husband. Guapo means very handsome husband. And I don't know if you've noticed, but he's got very full head of hair. Unlike my prince who's sitting on this side, he's after me. Do you remember I told you in the last episode that he was second in rank? I am the character Duquesa. I love the word Duquesa. I think I like it better than Duchesse. I might keep it. I might copyright it, but Let's not talk about me. This tour is about bullying of children. How can we stop it? How can we stop it online? Tell me, do you remember when you were a child and your mother, or maybe even your grandmother, said to you, if you do not have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all? Have you noticed how my diction and my accent is so much more elevated than before? The more I get to go on these royal tours, the more royal my accent is becoming. Same way that Madonna, a long time ago when she was married to Guy Ritchie, the famous director from England, she was taking on the English accent. Oh, that takes me to her playing the role of Evita. I am so much closer to Evita. I want to be loved by the people of Argentina. My story is one of freedom, individuality, authenticity. Evita was all about that. If you remember the song that she sang, it is all about needing to be loved, for being the individual woman, for taking the chances to go on a freedom flight, just as I did. I feel like Evita is home. What? Someone is speaking in my ear. Give me 1 second. Yes, I know. Security is letting me know that we are not in Argentina. I know we are not in Argentina. Don't cry for me, Colombia. Let me get to my speech. We can go on like this, introducing myself and introducing myself, and I'll never get to the most important thing, which is to stop bullying of children online. We are extraordinary parents of extraordinary children, children that are above normal. They are prince and princess. Aro children, lifestyle children, Princess Libet and Prince Archie. Here I go again talking about my personal business when I have no business doing so. Let me talk about you. Excuse my cleavage. I'm sorry I was wearing this when I went to visit the school of children. I don't know what is wrong with me, but it's not my fault. They keep giving me the wrong information. I was prepared to go to a theater. I thought it was going to be a cultural center. I did not know there were going to be students, especially boys. Excuse my cleavage. I told you it's not a pajama. It's a shirt. It has pants from the very famous brand Veronica Beard. I'm ready. Is everybody ready for me now? I'll go to my Spanish. Everybody who is telling me I do not speak the languages I say I speak, you will never ever have to say that again. Do you see me already in the footage that was presented from our first day in Colombia? I was listening to a song and I was listening to the speech of the vicepresidente. Vicepresidente is in Spanish, vice president. She was welcoming us, saying, Buenos dias, un saludo muy especial. I was nodding my head when there was a song being sung. I was nodding my head because I wanted the cameras to capture my understanding of Spanish. Nobody else was sitting on our row was nodding their heads. I was. I wanted to let everybody know that I understood what they were saying in Spanish. I did not need a translator. I do not need a translator because I speak Spanish. Let me go to my speech. Oh, you're going to be so excited. Don't cry for me, Columbia. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Ah, wasn't that amazing? That was just the introduction to my speech. And now here's my speech. I'm sorry to keep everybody waiting. As you know, waiting and waiting and waiting. waiting, not referring to wait, TKT. No, 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 do not go there. Do not make those assumptions. Do not speculate. Do not go there. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to wanting to keep my audience waiting in this royal tour. I am a dignitary. I am a diplomat. I am representing Parenthood Network, one of our sections, still in the beginning, so we do not have a lot of people joining. Therefore, we had to let go another one of our staff, this individual who was not understanding my grandeur, my importance. He was not understanding my role. So I had to let him go. The same way that I had to let go so many other staff members within the last 6 years. If you do not understand who I am, do you think that I have time to explain to you? I do not have time to waste. Do you see how many things I have to take care of? I have to dress myself. I have to call all these companies to offer me all these sexy dresses. Someone was saying, again, fashion people, you have no idea what you are talking about. Somebody on some of the YouTube channel was complaining that the first dress I wore when I arrived in Colombia yesterday, before this nice outfit that I have on today, somebody suggested that my dress was too tight, that it was too much cleavage, which I do not have. There was too much of a split in between my legs, and I was showing my, legs, and I had to cover my parts. They were saying it was because they were sending me sample dresses, which do not give you the size that you need when you get them for free. And I say to you, fashionista, you are so wrong. So you better take your words and eat them. That is not the truth. The truth is, I know my body type. I am an expert. As an actress, I must know my physical instrument. I know what works on me, especially now that I have lost so much weight and I am working so hard at keeping this weight off. I must wear clothes 2 sizes smaller. That makes me look sexy. Skinny legs, do not complain about. Nobody can talk about my physical appearance because I have no control over it. My skinny legs have to be under skinny dress so as not to make my legs look even skinnier. Do you understand, fashionista, who's complaining that I got my sample for free? No, I decided to wear my dress 2 sizes too small. What is happening? What is happening? It is my choosing of the sizes in my dresses. Do not go on YouTube and pretend you know what is going on. You have no idea. No idea. Let me get to my speech. I'm sorry to keep all these important people waiting. I'm sorry for all the soldiers who are protecting us, taking time out of their days. I'm sorry for assassination attempts on the father of the vicepresidente, of the vice president. I just heard about it. I do not understand why everybody is connecting us, associate ourselves with corruption. We have nothing to do with that. People of Colombia not knowing who we are. Have you seen the way that we were welcomed when we first arrived? There was a picture in the newspaper, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to grab the news again, and we did just that. Did you see the way that I hugged the vice president? It was the most awkward hug. Then we were watching this dance at the cultural center. We were made to raise up on our feet. I started to do my dancing that I do. We were clapping and we were clapping. That was taking too much time. And all these dancers, yes, I understand. You want to present a spectacle, but I'm here to do my spectacle. I don't have time for so long of a dance. So then I very subtle pushed the vice president, pushed, as I like to use my arm and my hand, grab the back of my prince, claw my prince, my duchess. I love the sound of that. I did the same thing to the vicepresidente, the vice president in Espanol. I moved her forward. I said, let's go. The dance, too much, too long. It's our time to shine. And there was this awkwardness again. Duchess was trying to hug someone. I was there with my other arm on his back. There were three of us trying to hug and grab. Everything was so awkward. Make sure that you look for that picture and you see how awkward it was. But I am trying to teach everybody how to use more characters on stage and know how to interact and connect. It's hard because these people are not actors, they're not entertainers, they don't know how to behave in society. It's one thing to be acting with another actor, that's very difficult. But when you have multiple characters on stage, it gets even more confusing. They try to take my spotlight. They try to upstage me. So I have to make my way through all the time. And I'm trying to go into the hug at the same time that the Duchess is doing. So everything was very, very confusing and bizarre and awkward. To be honest, this whole tour, the royal tour, is bizarre. It's nothing like the one in Nigeria. That one felt much more organized. Here, I don't know what to tell you, but the first day was a little bit bizarre to say the least. Look at me. How many minutes have I talked now and I haven't gotten to my prepared speech in Spanish for all of you out there in the balconies? Is everybody ready for Duchessa Meghan of Sussex? Ciao a tutti, ciao Columbia. Siamo così felici di essere qui per il tour reale. Grazie, grazie vicepresidente e al tuo bel marito che hai i capelli diversi dai miei. Per lo invito a farci sentire reali. Noi, Duchesse che Duchessa, teniamo molto ai nostri titoli reali e non potremo vivere senza. Evita è qui. Propaganda. Would you like me to translate for my fans back home, the Sussex squad back in America? I know not many of you speak Spanish as I do. I love you so much and I want to be loved by you. I'm going to translate. Hello, Columbia. We, Duquesne, and me, Duchessa, are so happy to be here on a royal tour. We thank you. We thank the Vice President, Francia Marquez, and we thank your handsome, very handsome husband who has more hair on his head than I do. I am only saying for the invitation and for making us feel like royals. We cherish our royal titles and we cannot live without them. Evita is here. Evita is home. Yes. Yes, I know. I understand. I am not in Argentina. You do not have to remind me every 2 seconds and interrupt my speech. Why does it matter if Evita is from Argentina? Why does it matter if I say Evita is from Colombia? The countries are very close to one another. They are in the same part of the world. South America, América del Sur. That's South America in Espanol. Excuse me. Yes, the Duke. My Duchess wants to tell me something. Yes, Duchess. Yes, I finished my speech and everybody loved it. There was so much applause. Everybody was standing up and it was marvelous. Yes. What do you want to say? Oh, oh, my speech was not in Spanish. What? My speech, the one that I just gave, was in Italian. Oh, oh my goodness. What can I say? Again, I've made a tiny mistake. Do we want to call it mistake? I don't think that measures to be a mistake. When you have your brain that is so occupied and so full of so many languages, traveling the world, being invited to so many different countries. First, I thought we were going to British Columbia. I had to practice my English for Canada. Then I realized it was Columbia in South America. I had to practice my Spanish. Then, by mistake, because Spanish and Italian and Romanian and Portuguese and French are part of the Romance languages, they're very easy to be confused. They almost sound the same. I prepared my speech in Italian. Oh, ooh. It doesn't matter. People understand. Don't you people of Colombia understand Italian? Look, they're saying yes, they understood every word I said, and they're very, very grateful at my grace of giving them the opportunity of speaking to them Italian. Italian is the same, so it doesn't really matter. Now everybody can stop talking that I don't speak this and I don't speak that and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I am so hot in my Veronica beard shirt. Oh, now let's get back to why we're here. We are here because there's so much going on online with children, so much negativity, so much bullying, and we have to somehow stop it. I don't know what the solution is. Most importantly, we wanted to come here to be treated as royals. As I said in my speech, we need to be treated as royals. We need to have the red carpet rolled out for us. We need to be applauded. We need to be called Duchesse and Duchessa, as we ask all of our staff members to call us back home. We ask people to curtsy. They do not have to. We give them the option and they do. Am I going to stop them if I see them curtsy in front of the Duquesa? No, I can't. They love doing it. This is their instinctual desire when they see me. I evoke that in them, my essence, my persona. I'm so sorry, I'm confusing the words now between English and Spanish and Italian. You must understand, my head is so full of so much knowledge and so many languages. Oh, what was my goal? Oh, yes, we're trying to prevent children being bullied online. It is such a horrible thing that is happening. And most importantly, we're here because you must know when I'm back in Montecito, there is so much boredom going on. I feel like I'm one of the characters from one of those old plays where there's nothing happening. We just sit and we wait for invites from politicians, from the vice president of Colombia, who was so inspired by my Netflix story. She wanted me to come and share it with all the Colombian girls. She wanted me to come and give them the power and the strength to grow up as confident individual women who, in the long run, must look for a rich husband. They must look for a royal prince. Okay, they're not gonna get to the royal prince friends like I did. They're not gonna have Duchesse over there. Yes, Duchesse. Yes, you told me. I know I spoke Italian. Yes, yes, it's okay. They're very close, Italian and Spanish. So you sit there. You have nothing to do with this tour. Sit there and hold my purse. Be careful. It's a white purse. It's very, very expensive. And it gets dirty. White, the white one, that's mine. Can you pick it off of the floor? It's superstitious to put a purse on the floor. Thank you for holding it. Mwah. Because they were so inspired by my story, I am here to let the girls know they must grow up to be confident women. How do you do that? You grab, you make plans, you manipulate, you gaslight, you use people, you step on others to get to where you want to go in order to be able to get yourself a man that will provide a platform for you so you can then stand on and sing Evita. That is one of my overall objective in my life, to be able to play Evita. I am already her. She was a woman. She was the wife of the president of Argentina. I am the Duchessa to the Duchess. Similar qualities. I have even more. I'm an actress. She wasn't an actress. She couldn't play herself. I could play her. She couldn't play herself because she was not an actress. Evita cannot play Evita. Madonna played Evita. Now, the new version, I could play Evita. For any producers out there who are considering me for any roles for future movies, imagine me on the balcony as I am right now. That is going to be something that the world has not seen, the same way that they haven't seen all of the things coming out from our lifestyle brand, Aro, American, Riviera Orchard. No matter how many years have passed, or has it been only months, I still have to take time to say the name. Excuse me, microphone, I just touched it. There was a little bit of a mishap, as I should be aware of my space as an actress. I think this is all I have for you for the first day of Columbia. We just arrived yesterday. I believe today we're going to a village far, far away. I'm going to introduce my lifestyle to those poor, poor women who barely have anything to eat, who barely have any money to survive. I'm going to give them my tips on how to become progressive, individual, feminist women who completely 100% must depend on their man. That is my scope for this royal tour, on top of parenting, stopping bullying. As you see, I am the principal character on this royal tour. I am Evita, Duchessa, Meghan. Thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much. And I will keep you posted on our second day, our third, and our fourth. Yes, we have 3 more days. What am I going to wear? What am I going to do? How am I going to do my hair? I did it with a ponytail this time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Mwah. Kisses.